Yeah, I'm sitting in a hotel down in Louisiana.
Okay, I'm going to bring him on. All right, you guys, I didn't think Stan was going to make it. We were actually bringing on 2 other people, but Stan's ready to go on. Then we bring on our other guy.
Well, if you got it covered, that's fine with me too.
Couldn't. I'm still waiting for them to call in, and now you're on. So everybody, there's Stan Larimer, the godfather of BitShares. He wasn't.
This is what it looks like when a road warrior is worn out.
You are, and I know, I understand, because Stan comes across a whole other way that is not the Stan we all know. So I love him. We all love Stan, and that's the way it is. He's a great guy. Now, I was going to bring on our other guest, and I don't think I can do it when it's like this. So he was actually calling when you were calling. Let me see if I can pull him in. But, I'm not sure if I can. Let me try. So everybody, this is live, and it is totally breaking news. There we go. Okay, we got both of them. Hey there. So before I bring them on, let me see if I can put each one of them on here. Okay. Let me see if I can get us all on here. How do I click? All right. I can try to get all... Darn it. Okay. We got Stan. There's our special guest, Sean Worthington of CloudCoin. And let me get us all on. Boom, 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 boom. Shift click to select multiple. There we go. I did it. Yay! Woohoo! All right. Okay. Everybody. Hey, welcome once again to Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. You see me right here. And in the Brady Bunch way, there is Stan, and I'm with Stupid. Wait a minute. I'm with Stupid, right? Is that what that shirt did when it had the finger like that? It's like I'm with Stupid. So there, in the middle, there is Stan Larimer, the godfather of BitShares, has had a tough day behind closed doors, talking to people, trying to make the world a better place by giving you some really cool things with the BitShares blockchain, and then some. We're talking Bench and, the BitShares 3.0. And over there on the other side, there is Sean Worthington. You've seen him here once before, or several times before, the founder of CloudCoin and also of Radak, right? Radak. And that's right. Something very, very cool. So let's make sure we got everybody talking pretty loud here. Sean, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
It's good to be here with you tonight. And Stan, just one more time, let me see if we can hear you.
I'm here.
All right. Oh, poor Stan. I know Stan's tired. So we'll talk with Stan really quickly. We'll tell you what is going on breaking news-wise concerning Sean, and then we'll let Stan go and we'll let Sean talk. How's that?
Yeah, that'll be good. But then maybe Michael can join and tell what he and Sean have been working about in some different perspective kind of stuff. Right now he's at dinner, but hopefully he'll be done.
Absolutely, that will be a great thing. So let me go ahead and you guys go ahead and say that now we know Sean is the founder of CloudCoin, which is not on the blockchain, which he has touted and said, hey, this is better than the blockchain. We don't need the blockchain. And then we've all, talked to him, myself and Stan and everybody else has said, no, we love CloudCoin because it is cool. It is CloudCoin and it cannot be detected. But there's something we can do with BitShares and the blockchain. What do you think? So, Sean and Stan, take it away and tell us what CloudCoin, along with BitShares, Bench, and Radak, and all of us can do together here.
Well, Sean, at this point, is more up to date than me because I've been watching him and Michael talking about how to implement this as I tried to recover from a hard day, and I was just going to kick back and let those two talk about it. But Sean, why don't you go ahead and explain what you and Michael talked about?
Sure. So with CloudCoin, we've been looking at lots of different exchanges, trying to find an exchange that is the best in the world, really, that gives us the most degrees of freedom with the least amount of government intrusion. And that, in fact, is BitShares. BitShares is an excellent exchange, and it's the best out there. And so we have talked to Stan about joining BitShares and being on there. They did a great job with the Quint, and so the Quint is allowing gold to be traded on BitShares digitally. And in fact, CloudCoin is like gold in that it is, it's not on a public ledger. It's separate. It's kept in files. It can be kept in the equivalent of a vault. And so it seems like it's easy to take that technology that BitShares has created for the Quint and just apply it to CloudCoin. And that's in fact what me and Michael have been talking about. And we have been figuring out how we're going to do it. We've already got something that we call the Cloud Server. The Cloud Server allows software to upload Cloud Coins and verify that they're real. And it allows them to download Cloud Coins or even write checks, digital checks, against that. And so we've created a depository and we're ready to go. And we've got development kits ready to go. And hopefully we'll be able to quickly integrate with the BitShares. And we're already deciding on what kind of a name we're going to have, what symbols, what kind of stock symbol we're going to have, and how many of these referenced tokens we're going to have. So it's very exciting and it's moving along very fastly. So I think that we're going to be able to get going here very soon. It's great.
So it's like insanely great. Nobody else has done anything like this. This pushes the boundaries of what you can do with blockchain. Quint certainly pushed the boundaries in one sense. Not that there haven't been asset-backed cryptocurrencies before, but the Quint was very special in terms of the complete automated system it was. But CloudCoin is something different because it can be totally automated, everything about it, and yet we are backing one digital asset with another digital asset of a completely. So this is, to me, headline-grabbing kind of stuff, and everybody ought to be watching about how this works because we're seeing new things that you can do with the blockchain. And we'll particularly say, well, what do you need a CloudCoin for? Well, CloudCoins are a lot more private than anything else on the blockchain. So you can pass them around using the blockchain in terms of having rights to it. And, then there's a whole lot of other things in terms of what jurisdiction these things are being managed in. And we haven't even begun to explore that. So I guess I won't wander off into that too far, but that's one exciting thing about it is that we can now construct assets that are completely different in every way, and yet they work together in a way that using all the benefits of an exchange and yet have the benefits of an asset that's not on the blockchain that you could just email to somebody if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great advancement. And, with cloud coins, we don't have to have accounts. People don't have to have accounts because the cloud coins themselves have accounts. And so it's just trading files back and forth and authenticating them and making sure that they're real, take the ownership of them. And, hopefully this will be the most private exchange that's possible given the laws that we have. We have to live under, the government regulations and everything if we want to do things right. But I think this will give us the maximum amount of privacy. And I think that CloudCoin will give the BitShares user an excellent choice. For instance, if you're trying to get a private currency, this one is the one that's going to be, I think, the best one for them. And there's a lot of other things that we can do with CloudCoins as well. For example, we can embed them into files. We can hide them. And we can also disperse them. So one of the problems that, with blockchain is you've got this one key, and if you lose that key, man, you're gonna lose everything. But with CloudCoin, we're actually making it so it's loss it's proof, and we're even making it theft proof. And so it'll give people that are concerned about loss and theft an option that they can choose.
How does this work with the RAID Act that you have? I mean, CloudCoin is cool enough. And I know you have some other great ideas that you're doing with CloudCoin right now as well, but What about RADAC, which is, well, tell about that. That's your patented design that you have created. And is there a way that we can use RADAC as well with BitShares and Bench and other ways?
So the blockchain is a database, and it allows you to write to it and read from it, but you can't go back and delete things and change things. And that's what makes it special. With RADA, the Redundant Array of Independent Protection Agents, you cannot write new records into it. You cannot delete records from it. You can only change the records. You can't even read the ones that are there. And so it's very different. And putting them together is going to give us a whole bunch of options. One of the things that the RADA does not do is it will not track transactions, or it will not track anything. And so the blockchain gives it the ability to track everything that happens, give us an accounting system. And we have created a company called RADAQ. That's RAIDAQ. And that's a company that we're going to start raising stocks for. We have a whole bunch of ideas about privacy technologies, including things like RADA chat. We're going to try to create a very secure and private chat system. And we've got something rolling out next week. In fact, I'm going to be testing it tonight. It's called Celebrium. And this is where we can take an image and we embed a CloudCoin in it, and it makes it so that you can prove that you own that image, and makes it so that it's counterfeit proof. And so that's something exciting, and we hope to see that happening. But I think that together with blockchain and RADA together, it's going to be, there's a huge amount of opportunities out there that we can't even imagine right now.
So Stan, how are you feeling about this? I mean, I remember a while back, it was, okay, here I'm learning about the blockchain, and you're teaching me how it works and how different BitShares is, and how it's a coin machine. However, it's also, we're putting companies on the blockchain, and we're creating like this brand new world, and then we're adding, the BitShares 3.0 with the bench coming in. And so now this totally cool coin, I remember I wondered, I knew that Sean was an excellent guy and knew his stuff, and it was a really cool idea that he was moving forward with. Vice versa with you as well. And it's like, well, how do you connect the two when one doesn't want the blockchain, kind of thing. So what did you think of that, and how did you go, how do we make this work? We got two great things going on. How do we make this happen?
Well, when I first talked to Sean, it became immediately clear that he had an asset that was off blockchain that was valuable and had unique properties like a gold coin, except it was electronic and easy to ship around. And, we love building out the economic zoo, if you will, of different assets that do different things that, give people a lot of flexibility in the way to change back and forth between them. And that's not even the beginning of it. Another thing he told me about that, we need to revisit, and boy, I'm going to put him on the spot here. He can handle it. I've got a client who is interested in identifying and tagging artwork. And I know Sean has some extensions of that technology that can make that possible. So one of the other things that I'll be doing is introducing him to that client shortly, to give him a chance to explore what can be done. And that will be some mixture, who knows, of our various blockchains. And keep in mind the EOS is out there with a generalized version of blockchains, most of which are not even things having to do with coins or anything like that, smart contracts. And then we have everything that's going on the Bench project, which is decentralized apps. And so decentralized apps can have unique value in their own right, like an Apple App Store or whatever. And those can start interacting together in an economic way in a decentralized fashion. So all of these different things are going on. And, the neat thing about Sean is he's got, an entire Bell Laboratories worth of stuff going on, a corporate R&D center's worth, comparable to a major corporation, all sitting right there working with it. So, we with some of the stuff Jared Rice wants to do that are outside of the fintech arena, completely, and we have got, insanely great stuff coming. Shows going for a long time.
Excellent. I agree. I think it's wonderful. I mean, to bring all this together, and look, you guys are the guys that do it. I get to be a messenger, so I'm going to throw this out, and y'all, I don't care how y'all take it. I hope you take it as a compliment, but it is so cool to see all these genius minds coming together, because that's what it is. You guys may want to go, oh, no, we're not, or maybe you want to go, yeah, you're right. But that's how people like me see it. We see these geniuses coming together and forming some new things that we never even could have thought of. At least with somebody like, us, we're like, what can you do? Just keep doing it, geeks. I still feel like that's a bad word to call you a geek. I don't think that is complimentary sounding. But I guess we know what that is. But you guys, to us, what?
We're the king of the geeks.
Okay, king of the geeks. We'll go that route. King geeks.
Yeah, there's actually a technical term from biology. It's called an alpha geek. I can't even pronounce it. An alpha geek.
Alpha geek? It's an alpha geek? Okay.
Yeah, look that up.
Alpha geek. Okay, well, you guys are wonderful to us, and to watch you guys all come together and come up with these incredible ideas. I know you got some virtual reality coming up with it as well. I know just bits and pieces along the way. So to actually do virtual reality and go in and go to your ATM and pull out CloudCoin or BitShares or whatever you guys are planning to do, that's just going to be incredible. I know a lot of people think, golly, it's so hard right now to play around on the BitShares exchange, and I know it's still difficult in my head to kind of get some of the CloudCoin thing. What do I do and how do I get it here? But you guys putting it all together and making it user friendly for us, I know that's what your all's next plan is, and you're combining all of these great, wonderful things that you have that we all want to be a part of together, and that is, thank you.
It's one of those things that you just got to do it because it's there. The guys that climb mountains do so because it's there. And the guys who invent stuff is because they've got it in their heads and they just got to get it out. And I know I'm dating myself, but there was a long time ago a movie called Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And, Richard Dreyfuss was in that movie, and he had an idea in his head, a vision of, I forget what it's called, the Devil's Stool or something like that, some big mesa out west in the U.S. And, he was doing all kinds of crazy things through that show, trying to get that idea out into reality. And that's sort of how we work, too.
Yeah, I just lost Sean, so he's trying to get back on right now. Everybody, Sean's out in Chino, is it Chino, Texas, or Chino, California, I guess, and you're now in Louisiana. You're traveling around again.
Yeah, and with any luck at all, after this week, we'll have some stuff to talk about. What we are doing down here with the folks in Lafayette, Louisiana. So that's going to take a few days of discussion, but once again, it'll be another whole topic that we have to.
I'm sorry, you guys hear me now? I just moved and my internet's not quite figured out quite yet.
Well, dude, we got to keep you on Mac and get you off that old PC kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm using a Mac.
Don't even say anything. Yeah, don't even say that. I knew you were going to come back with that. Well,
and meanwhile, I'm coming to you from a little iPhone hotspot that I'm sitting here inside a Hampton Inn somewhere. So,
if you're in Louisiana, you're doing now. I've never really been down there, but I can't wait to go get some crawfish in New Orleans, right? New Orleans, did I say it right? But I mean, there's good food all throughout Louisiana, I'm sure. So I hope you're taking advantage of that.
Well, we'll have to explore it and see what's here. I did locate a good Mexican restaurant and a good Outback and a good Chili's,
Dude.
but that's hardly Cajun food.
they always,
those are the ones that are right next to our.
Okay. They always said there'd be, if I remember correctly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was always, there's all these really cool restaurants, but Stan wants to go over to that little mom and pop, or one that he knows of, and plays it safe, right?
Yeah, I'm not the most adventurous old farmer, but sometimes when I'm with other folks, they take me out and broaden my horizons. So I'm open to anything.
Good. You got your culinary student from the CIA here, the culinary graduate. Will definitely do that from time to time. So, you know what? I know you're exhausted. Let me just see if there's any questions for Stan really quickly before we bring Sean back in, because he's having trouble coming on. So we'll get Sean. We'll just see if there's anything here for Stan real quickly. We're going to let Stan go and get his sleep. He came in and did a nice little cameo here for us. So let me just check really quickly here and see what we got here. So everybody says hello. Hey there, DJ. Pat Konchak, hello. Stan says hello to all of you as well. Killed by Bigfoot, Land Rover. Hi, everybody. And as Fuzzy would say, we're building synergy, Stan.
Yes. And, what I like about this ecosystem is this is the ecosystem that cooperates. We're not out there at each other's throats like much of the rest of the industry. And, this current group of technologies currently process 2/3 of all the block. In Ethereum, this is the real future of blockchain. This is where all the good stuff happens. And as much as possible, this is where good civil people hang out, as opposed to the, hive of scum and villainy that we find other places around. Now, I'm not saying there aren't some other good projects out there. There are. But this is a group that seem to work well together. So I like that.
I absolutely agree. I am happy to be a part of doing all this with you guys and learning about it and helping the world know about it. I really am happy to be that person. And I do like that mining is not a part of it from all the things I've seen from it. And even though I still want to learn about that, I still want to have the education. I still want to look into the other things. And I got some other learnings I've got happening. And at one point, I'm going to throw those at you, Stan, and we'll see how you are with it, because it's always fun to be with you on Tuesday nights and throw the challenge at Stan, because every time you take it on, you're ready to go with it, and that's awesome. So Bland Rover looks and says alpha geek is a slang term for the most tech-savvy person within a group. Once identified, an alpha geek becomes the go-to for all problems, issues, and advice when it comes to technology. That's you, the alpha geek, and that's what I meant from what I just said. That will be a surprise for you, a good one in the future. I think you'll like it. So, and Pat Konchak says crypto nerds.
Yeah. To be fair, I was an alpha geek back in the aerospace business. I would hardly consider myself an alpha geek in cryptocurrency stuff, but I like to hang around with those types.
I think you do fantastic, so I'm excited about what's going to happen, and I really do. Crypto Freedom says, what's the status of BitShares stealth transactions?
Boy, that's something that's sort of been on hold for a long time. I don't know if there's anybody working on it or not. Haven't heard any talk about it. It's out there. It's implemented inside BitShares, but this has never been made into an easy-to-use thing. So it's just probably waiting for somebody to finish that. And I thought there was a team working on it, but they haven't made any announcements, so I'm not sure what their status is. That's an interesting thing to go find out about.
Well, the other thing is there, Joshua Todd asked, is there any news on Bench Coin or when it will be actively traded? Now, I know Bench is happening. Are you actually going to have a Bench Coin?
Not in the sense that I think that's intended. We're trying to stay away from, like a plague, getting involved in anything but architecting the system, letting other people issue their coins and make sure they're compliant from a regulatory standpoint. But, Garrett in particular doesn't want to do any coin issuing or stuff. He wants to stay nice and clean. He's been given a nice swim lane to work on bench by the SEC, and their blessings for him to go ahead and work in that area. He certainly doesn't want to stray outside his swim lane, given all of that activity. So, I gather that things are improving in that case, but we'll have to wait and see what comes out of it. But I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay. Well, hey, listen. Thank you so much for the breaking news. I'm going to try to bring Sean back in. Sean, we don't see your face, so hang up and then call back after I say goodbye to Stan. And Stan, hey, thanks for jumping in. That was a total surprise for me. So thank you. That's very cool. Hopefully Michael can call in too. But that would be nice, and he can talk some more. But I know that you're exhausted, so we appreciate your cameo. Thank you so much. It's a real Blue Rocker try, and you did it. Thank you, Alpha Geek, and Alpha Blue Rockers out there.
Retired.
Say that again?
I'm sorry. I just came on with 2 different devices.
All I hear is Sean now, so I'll let you go.
Okay.
I didn't hear you.
Okay.
So I know you said something funny, but I missed it. Stan, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Okay. Thank you. Great news.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations with BitShares. Take care. That was excellent news to hear from Stan that the CloudCoin that we've talked about many times here on Blue Rock Talk and had breaking news with Sean Worthington and Radak. So if you got questions, Stan was exhausted. It was time for him to hit the sack. I think he got up out of the sack in order to say hello, and I appreciate that he did that. So let's bring on Sean Worthington here. So hey there, Sean, you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's some bug.
Well, now, did you just moved, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so just getting our computer set up and our internet going.
Okay. Okay, can you turn down your monitor where you're hearing me? You'll have to put maybe in earphones, because if you do that, then you can turn down the monitor and you'll be able to hear me and I'll be able to hear you.
See if I can get some earphones.
There you go. If you can do that, we'll be able to hear you better. And while you do that, I'm going to talk to other people. Let me know when you got that going. So, welcome those of you that have just joined us. It's Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. Earth's most interesting conversations. We're having one tonight. It's Crypto Connie Tuesday. We will soon start having, of course, Crypto Connie Tuesday is all about cryptocurrencies. We will soon be doing Wasted Wednesdays, which will be on the world of cannabis. Thursdays, Far Out and Signature Thursday, which is where Blue Rock Talk first got its start. That's really cool, interesting things. Bees making money, and making honey and money. And also the UFOs and all the things with NASA and telepathy and all kinds of really interesting things like that. And then we have Bigfoot Friday. This is all 10 p.m. Eastern across the board, live with Q&A. And then on Sunday we have Stan's Bible lecture, and that's at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. And it ain't your daddy's Bible class for sure. So thank those of you that are here. Please share this on the telegrams right now as we discuss the live breaking news, which is CloudCoin is going to be on the BitShares exchange. CloudCoin will be on the BitShares exchange. So we're going to bring Sean Worthington back on here as soon as he gets everything set up. And we will just wave when you got it. Okay, we'll bring him back in and we're going to talk about how that's going to work, because we all knew it was the CloudCoin and we all knew it was out there in the clouds. So let me get him back on. A reminder too that I will be on Coast to Coast this Saturday night, going to be talking with Lynn Buchanan about telepathy and time loops, parallel time, going backwards, forwards, sideways, and all the other ways that a remote viewer, an actual psychic spy, learned about time. And also we're going to be talking about organs being bought and sold on the black market. Yep. It's real. So that'll be on. Now, if you have any questions, please put those in caps. and we'll see what Sean can answer. Again, we want to thank Stan for showing up. And if Michael comes in, we will bring him on as well if Michael X comes in. He is the partner of Stan. Okay, let me just see if there's anything else here going on question-wise. Thank you. Thank you for, you got it. Thank you guys for being subscribers. Please hit that like button while you're here. All right, let's bring in Sean here. This is Sean Worthington of CloudCoin and also founder of Radac. And we talked about previously that Radac is this great, it's just a mystery. There's no way you can, it's top secret ways to hide anything and everything, basically, is what, I mean, I just love it. So let's say again, what Radac is and the breaking news. And the breaking news is, this is Sean Worthington, founder of Radac as well as CloudCoin. And they are now going to join the BitShares exchange. And the crazy thing is, CloudCoin is in the clouds. So now that is something, by the way, that you touted. So now why the change? Why, hey, let's do BitShares, let's put it on the exchange. And then how did you go to BitShares? So if you can remember all those questions,
sure,
you are wonderful.
Yes. So CloudCoin has been around for over a year now. It's been around for about a year and 2 months. And in that time, we've never been on an exchange. And the reason is because the are pretty ugly, and so we gave it a try to do our own exchange. And it's basically a person-to-person exchange where we find a buyer, we find a seller, we hook them up, and then they can exchange directly. But the problem with that is that you don't have an escrow person in between that's making sure that everybody's good and honest. And so there's just the trust that we needed to do a big exchange that would bring in big investors and bring in, lots of people. So we needed to find an exchange, and, there's lots of exchanges out there, but, philosophically, I believe that the most freest exchange and the one that's got the most privacy and the one that's the most freedom orientated is BitShares. It's a decentralized exchange. What they do is really amazing, actually, and I'm still trying to figure it out, to tell you the truth, because they've really solved some difficult problems. And their exchange allows you to buy and sell not only dollars and yuan, which is great, being able to trade Chinese currency and being able to trade from all over the world, but also gold and silver and even stocks and bonds. And in fact, their system exchanges about anything. So we'll be very interested in which we're creating and putting it there on that BitShares exchange. And so it's just very exciting. It's a whole new world, a whole new way of doing things.
I know.
I'm going to be part of it.
It is, and that's I'm getting an echo here. I don't know why that is. I didn't have that before, so let me see what's going on for that. I don't know what's going on. Oh, did you turn down the monitor? Yeah, turn down your monitor.
Well, and I'm just making sure that
I don't hear it now, so you did good.
Okay.
It's funny how we learn as we go along, and then we learn again as we go along. But hey, it is what it is. It's okay. It's live, and it's always fun. Sean,
well, I hope to have a studio set up sometime, so this will be easier.
I get it. I'm packed up myself, so I understand what you're doing. And it looks like you're in the same place, though, because I see the shelves behind you that you had before.
It's the same furniture, but different view out the window.
Excellent. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad happy for you. Hey, now, so how is that going to work? So let's say I want to get CloudCoin because I think CloudCoin is cool. It's going to be in the cloud. It's not going to be on the blockchain. No one's going to know anything about that I bought it and what I'm spending it on. But now I got BitShares and I got, Quint and I got heroes, and I got, so so now I can get CloudCoin on the exchange? I thought that's what was cool about it. That's the question.
Well, you're not actually buying, not actually, what happens is that suppose that you wanted to sell your CloudCoins. You would go to the exchange and you would go to an upload page where you'd upload the CloudCoins into the depository. It would check it to see if these are authentic. And if they were, then you would be given something, let's just call it, we don't really have a name for it yet, but let's just call it BitCloud because it's a BitShare. It's actually a BitShare. It's like a token. And then you can take these tokens and trade them for other tokens. And then when you decide to cash out, then you can take the tokens and get whatever they represent. And so you might be able to come in with, say, gold, and you might get these the quints. And then you can take these quints, which you can trade then for CloudCoin, BitCloud, I'll call it BitCloud. And then you can take the BitCloud and then change it into CloudCoin, and you can actually download the CloudCoin. And so there's an intermediate currency that is that allows all the currencies to be traded. So that's one of the things that's cool about it. And they're able to still achieve trust and be able to trade between. Pardon me. Can we delete that part?
No, it is live. That was hilarious.
Okay.
I tried so hard to be quiet on that.
I can't remember that ever happening before. So, I give lots of lectures, and I don't think I've ever done that before. I did just eat dinner before this, so I guess that has something to do with it.
Oh man, yeah, live. That was hilarious. But you kept going, you kept going with it.
Just act like it didn't happen.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was just dying over here. I had the one shot on you, right? So nobody saw me just dying over here.
Yeah.
And then I thought, let's all join in on this one. So everybody, let's have a little, anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened. That was hilarious. So with the RAID Act, which is where everybody's information is like scattered all over the place, very similar to, like I like to say, NASA when they're trying to keep a secret. If they've got 10 guys working on the same project, the 10 guys know nothing about each other and know nothing about what the other person is doing, right? And you've got something similar to that with RAID Act. So tell me how RAID Act is going to work with BitShares, and RAID Act may work with Bench or, the coming Bench, and also any of the maybe virtual reality or anything. How do you see that happening? Or what can you say or not say? Because you may have things that you can't say yet, and don't jinx anything, right?
Yeah. Well, CloudCoin is 100% private, and so if you wanted to go between 100% private and less private, then that's certainly what you could do. We're working on a way of having it so that you can embed a hash of your PIN number and a hash of your biometrics and also a hash of your email into CloudCoins, and that allows you to basically delete part of the CloudCoin and be able to bring it back by remembering it by using biometric information. And it also allows you to tell the RAIDA that you've lost your CloudCoins, and the RAIDA will then send it to the email that you that matches your hash. And so that makes it so that it's possible to recover lost CloudCoins. And it has been possible to recover lost CloudCoins, but you've had to wait for 2 years in order to do that. With Bitcoin, of course, if you or any kind of cryptocurrency, if you lose your private key, you're screwed, and that's the end of it. And but with CloudCoin, we actually can do recovery. And we are working on making the first currency that cannot be stolen. And another thing that we can do with CloudCoin that you can't do with cryptocurrencies is that you can take them and separate them. And so each CloudCoin has authenticity information, And that means that we can keep some in your email system, you can keep some on your hard drive, you can keep some on your USB drive, you could keep some of them hidden in a Word document. And right now we're making it so that you can embed them in MP3 files, which are music files. We can already embed them in JPEG files. And so we can really hide these coins in all kinds of different files and transfer them around, and nobody will even know that we're transferring them around unless they really take a close look and inspect things. But if we put encryption on top of that, that makes it even more impossible for them. And even if they were to crack the encryption, since basically what the technology is it's shredding. We're shredding the documents. The only difference between shredding our documents and shredding our digital stuff is that we keep track of the addresses of everywhere the shreds go. So if you have all the addresses, you can get all that data back. But we're hoping that we can then take this technology and use it to create unhackable systems that cannot be counterfeited. So like in the movie industry, they make a movie, somebody steals it, makes a million copies of it. Video games, same thing. We might be able to stop that. And we can certainly stop hackers from stealing credit card information. So we're hoping that within the next couple of years we'll have all that stuff up and going. There's a huge amount of stuff that we can do. And he was talking about artwork. Stan was talking about artwork. And that's something that we can do. And that's one of the things that we don't talk about too much because it is in development. But we could have a system like that going probably within 6 months, maybe even less. I mean, we'd have to mix hardware with software. And we are even going to be able to try to embed or to create authenticity systems for individual pills. And so if you have a pill, you want to see if it's real or not, you can actually tell whether that pill is real or not. And so that'll be a big deal. You'll be able to buy pills from all over the world with confidence that they are actually what they say they are.
Wow.
And that will, totally change the pill market, I think.
Wow.
Yes.
How's that work?
How does it work?
Okay, so,
well,
I mean, like a pill. Did I miss it? I mean, so a pill, I can tell if the pill is an Advil, a Bufferin or something.
Right.
But how?
But the problem is that somebody could create a pill that looks like that, maybe out of sugar or what have you. And so you get this thing that says Advil on it, but it's not Advil. It's made in India. They're taking baking soda or something and making pills out of it. But we could actually tell who the manufacturer is, when it was manufactured, all the information about it, and it would be
by using the radar.
By using the radar, yeah.
The radar. Why did I keep saying radar?
Okay. Yeah.
Using the radar. RAIDA. Sorry. Stands for RAIDA.
That stands for the Redundant Array of Independent Detection Agents.
Okay, so how do you, we're just going with the pill analogy again, how would you get that information into the pill?
Well, that's a secret right now.
Okay.
And so, and that is, cutting edge technology.
That was a good question.
And, yes, it's a good question. It's a good question. And so I'll tell you once we're ahead of everybody else, but I don't want to give away ideas right now. I mean, everybody would like to do that, but they don't know how, but we do. And so we'll give ourselves a running start on that.
Well, it's interesting because, on Saturday night I'm going to be doing, I'll be on Coast to Coast, which I had you on there before.
Uh-huh.
And it's a lot of fun, isn't it, to be on Coast?
Yes, it is. It's wonderful.
It is.
Yeah.
It's great. But we're going to be talking to a guy that's going to be talking about organs on the black market. People can get a kidney or this or that. And, I'm just thinking now black market, and then I'm thinking, hey, you've got Rada that's going to be able to say, hey, that's not a real organ over there. That's not one that's safe. Maybe that one's diseased, kind of thing.
But you know what else you could do, Connie?
They're going to hate you, all these black market guys.
I mean, that actually is an ingenious idea, Connie. I mean, we're going to have to pay you for that one.
That's right.
But what you could do is you could tag all of your own organs. That way, if you died and they ended up in somebody else, you could know that. Or if they ended up on some kind of black market or something, I've got a dog that's tagged.
Right. So it's not only tagged in a way that it's authentic, but it's tagged in a way that you can relocate it.
Yeah, the problem with the tag is that it can be moved, possibly.
Oh.
And so, but we got a way around that.
But you got a way
so we don't. Yeah, we got a way to stop that.
Dude, you know that the government or somebody's going to be all after you to get that.
Well, one of the things that I've been talking about is this Fed coin. I don't know if you've heard about that, but some of the Federal Reserve folks have talked about having a Fed coin, and that could be a complete disaster, but it could also be, I could imagine them having a 50-state RADA, in which every state has its own RADA in it, and you have, use that technology to create a absolutely private currency. Right now, the U.S. government is spending $800 million a year creating our own currency. And so with digital currency, that would be much less expensive, and they could also reduce the counterfeits. I think right now there's something like 100 counterfeits per million bills or something. And we could probably get that down to zero, where there's no counterfeits, and save all the costs of doing the counterfeits, stomping down the counterfeits. I mean, they do everything with printers and FBI agents. I mean, they spend a lot of money trying to stop counterfeiting. And so I think that we could be a great value for a country like the United States, any country. So that's one of the things that RADAC is going to be doing, is trying to create some national currencies, because there's a real economic reason to do that.
Do you think, though, as well, from all the conspiracy folks that I know that listen here, that there is going to be? Do you have to worry about this being taken? I mean, is it patented?
It is patented, and we've got a year and a half or something ahead of everybody. There's nobody else's.
Okay.
And we've deliberately held back on marketing, so we haven't gone into the marketing stage. But next, how many Bitcoin conferences have I attended? None. I don't go around talking to Bitcoin people, telling them about our technology. We go directly to the people. But once we finish our liquidity, and part of that is the exchange. So once we get their exchange, and we get it so that we can be offered on all the websites. Everybody that wants to buy and sell with CloudCoins and have merchants can do that. And then also we're going to have it so that we are in video games. That's all part of our liquidity plan, and that's our stage 3. And then stage 4 is marketing. So this exchange with BitShares is a big deal. It's going to help us to push into the marketing stage. I can imagine that we drop like $1 million or something in marketing. Just tell the whole world all about CloudCoin. Tell all the investors. And then we'll start having to worry about competition, I think. But right now, people, they don't know about CloudCoins. Only a certain amount of people do. We're not going out and advertising on Bitcoin websites. We're not looking for Bitcoin investors. We're not doing ICOs. We're not doing all the things that a normal currency would do. And so, for example, I won't name any names, but there's 1,500 coins. And what they do is they create a website, and the website looks really good and flashy, and it's just a wonderful website. And then they put all these advertisements about their ICO, and they raise hundreds of millions of dollars. And I don't know if you're going to see those people again next year. I mean, certainly not all of them. A lot of them have already disappeared. And with us, we're doing the technology, perfecting all the software, then getting on the exchanges, becoming liquid, and then we're going to come out and say, here's CloudCoin.
Yeah.
And so we're doing it in a different order.
I think you have chosen the right blockchain in deciding to do some of your things on the blockchain, because I know that was kind of the goal, not to do that.
Yes.
Being on the exchange. And I think it's smart of you to jump on all of it and do it all, and also share that technology with Stan Larimer and the BitShares group and Michael X and Cryptonomics and working with Jarrett as well.
That's right. Yes, we're very happy to work with all of the rebels.
I know the rebels that are going to just
Change the world,
that's
yes.
right. Change the world for real in a good way. And and it helps to educate people too that have a negativeness about some of these things only because they read it incorrectly or got their education from someone else that read it incorrectly or got, bad information from someone else. So I hope that people bring more and more people this way to get the good news and the right news and the correct news. I mean, that's what you want to get, especially when you're putting your money into a coin, whether it's a CloudCoin or a BitShare or whatever it might be. Oh my gosh, you better have some knowledge behind it. I too have listened to people and said, "Oh, you think this is good? Okay, let me try that." And you're going, what did I do that for?
And there's some,
homework.
I have allowed my family to invest in it, my friends and family. So I have lots of family members. I got a huge family in Utah, and lots of friends that have invested in it, and they've done it at a good price. But the risk, since this is a new technology, know that it works. How do we know that it's not just going to fail? Because that's the thing about the blockchain is it's proven what it can do, and unfortunately, it does have limits on what it can do. It does, as far as the Bitcoin and those type of currencies, BitShares has figured out how to get rid of those limits. But we have been proving that this system is up going to work. It's very similar to the DNS system that's been up since 1985, and so we're having a chance also to prove that the technology is there. It works quickly, and it works wonderfully.
Oh, I'm real excited about all this. I am, because I know that you also have a lot of really good ideas that you've talked about, that now you can be a part of Bench and everybody working together. That's got to be exciting to not only be a part of, be in a position that you could be on the BitShares blockchain and especially move forward with the Bench, but also to work with Jared on some things, and also, take your technology and work with all these great minds. That's what I was talking about earlier.
That's right. And, the thing is that in the crypto world, there's some people I would call crypto kitties. And they're people that can take code and copy it and paste it and create their coin, and they hire 10 marketers, no programmers, and they can go out and they can create a currency that sells and makes them a lot of money. But the PhD level crypto people, or the coin people, are rare. But we can tell each other, we know who we are, who's legit, and certainly the Larimers are that, and so is Jared Rice. He's also legit, and so it's exciting to be part of that and be able to work with that.
And they feel the same way about you too. It talks, you got to weed out along the way, and then the cream of the crop comes up, and so happy that you're a part of it for sure. Those of you just joining us, I'm Connie Willis, Crypto Connie here on Crypto Connie Tuesday. This is Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis, Earth's most interesting conversation. We're talking about people, places, and things, and on Crypto Connie Tuesday, of course, it's about cryptocurrency. Stan Larimer, the godfather of BitShares, was here earlier, made a nice little cameo. Very surprising to have seen him. That was great. We're hoping maybe Michael X may still stop in. I know you were talking with him earlier. He's probably doing dinner. That's all. He's out doing dinner or something like that.
We did get a message from him that said that he tried to get in.
Oh.
But he he tried to hop on the call, but wasn't able to.
Oh, okay. Well, if he
also tried to get Jared on as well.
He actually tried to get Jared on?
Yes.
Excellent. We got to make that happen.
But maybe later, maybe next week.
Yeah, let's hold off. Tell everybody to hold off. We'll see about doing that next week. That'd be great.
Okay.
Excellent. Jared, that might be Jared's first time back on since Coast to Coast.
Oh, yes.
Because after the event happened to him, poor thing, we had him on Coast to Coast that night, and haven't talked to him since because we were waiting until he got to a point in time when he felt good enough to do that. So that's great. So, but definitely appreciate that. Those of you that I'm just going to go to a full shot here just so you can get you back on there because you're frozen there on Skype. So you can hang up and call back if you'd like. That'll make things better. And you can try as well maybe to see if Michael or even Jared would come on. Wow, what a surprise that would be. See, that's what's cool about Blue Rock Talk. You know, that's what I try to tell people. You never know what's going to happen. So those of you that are here right now, please go to the telegrams that you're a part of and give them the link to show up here so that they can ask those questions too. Because trust me, I mean, I can't do it right now because I'm talking to you guys, but trust me, when after people see the show later, they ask all these questions, and I'm thinking, I can't answer them. You know, wait till next week. And you know how that is. You know, something else happens. So please, if you can go into the telegrams and tell people what we're talking about, that'll be fantastic. So again, those of you that want to ask a question, please do that in caps. For any questions for Sean, please put that into caps. And any comments for Sean, please do that too. Michael X, if you're out there, go ahead and try to get back on. Jared too, that would be cool. They may have already given up because I know it's definitely dinner time too in some of those areas, and they like to eat late like I do. And while you're here, please hit that like button. And again, thank you for sharing this with other people. We do this weekly Crypto Connie Tuesday, and those of you that are new, thank you for being here and being a subscriber. So let me see if we can get Sean back, or Sean. Yeah, see if we can get Sean back on here. Sean, bring it back on. That's cool. I know you lost connection. That's what happens on this. Oh, there he comes back in. Or maybe it's ringing for him. I don't know. I tell you what, when you guys do this work all the time, it's just a constant thing. You don't know if they're coming or going. Here he comes. Let me see here. Did I get you, Sean? Did I get you? I think I hung up on you. Well, go ahead, Sean, and try back. There's a delay, of course, so you guys see that delay. So listen, I'm going to be on Coast to Coast this Saturday night. I hope that you guys join me. Currently, we're at the Blue Rock Talk Addict. A lot of people like to use the old cafe thing, but this is the Blue Rock Talk Addict that I'm coming to you from. It's been quite an adventure. I hit the 10,000 mark with subscribers. It's kind of gone up and down. It bounces up and down. YouTube kind of thing. I don't understand, but they have recognized me with 10,000 subscribers, so thank you. It's coming up on a year on May 23rd or 24th of Blue Rock Talk, so thank you. Blue Rockers is who you are if you've subscribed. That's someone in the know, and thank you for that. I really do thank you for being a part of this Crypto Connie Tuesday tonight, and we are on taking your questions now. If you have a question or comment, put them in all caps. The breaking news is the fact that CloudCoin is now going to be on the BitShares exchange. Also, what's important is that this joint venture that they're going to be doing is going to also somehow be taking advantage of the really, really cool technology that Sean Worthington came up with called RADA. And that is a way to really make something to where you can't hack it. It's unhackable. So I like that too. So let me check your questions. Hopefully Sean will come back in. Is there currently a way to invest in CloudCoin? That's from John Jones. Yes, there is. Let me, I'm going to try to get him on here again. You know, it's, there's going to be a better way than Skype in the future. There you are. Oh, you got to turn your phone the other way there, Sean. We got a good question.
I'm on with Connie. You can drive. Can you hear me, Connie?
I can. Can you turn your phone? There you go. All right, so let me bring you on. Okay. There you go. I got you. You are live. You are back on. Sean, so we got a really good question here. Of course, I know you're going to like this one. John Jones asked, are there currently ways to invest in CloudCoin right now?
So the answer is not really.
Oh, wait a minute. Really?
You can go and Google buy CloudCoin, and you can find some of our developers who will sell it to you.
You can't invest in it?
Yes. So that's the best you can do.
You don't want, like if somebody had $1 million right now, you wouldn't want the $1 million?
I get people that come to me, and I have to tell them that CloudCoin is not a security. It's not designed to be an investment. It's designed to be a money, and that it is. What else do I tell them? We've got some guy. His name is Jacob. He's in charge of doing this, but he hasn't put. He still has some work to do. But we are selling to friends and family, and you can find some developers out there. In fact, if they want to email me CloudCoin, or actually, they could buy your educational kit.
Oh yeah, I do have that down below. Yep.
Yeah, if you've got that link, so they could go to your educational kit, and they could buy probably a lot of CloudCoins there, and that would be, I guess, that's about as close to investment as you can get.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Okay, so that's. Excuse me.
And that's why we want to be on the BitShares, is because the BitShares is going to allow people to invest, really.
Okay. So, yes, he is right. Look in the links below. You will see the educational kit for CloudCoin. If it's not down there, it should be down there. If it's not, then I'll get it down there right after the show and include that for the archive. But I'm thinking, maybe I've got it wrong. I'm thinking he's not talking about just buying CloudCoin, but saying, hey, Sean, I'd love to be a part of it. Let me give you $10 million and help you with it. Are you saying no?
And so right now, we are actually spending CloudCoins, and we hire programmers and we hire software developers to create code for us, and they add value to the CloudCoin and make it more valuable. But if somebody offered me $1 million for CloudCoins, I don't know what it's because ironically, the more people want, the more the price should go up, because there's actually kind of rare. They're rare. And with $1 million, you could almost buy. You could buy a huge share of them. You'd be a CloudCoin whale.
No, but what if they want to be involved in RADA and they want to be involved in your company? So
if they wanted to be involved with RADAC, then there again, we're not quite ready to sell stocks. I mean, we're going to, so if they wanted to send me an email at cloudcoin@protonmail.com, I would forward that to our stock guy who's organizing that. And we did create a company, and it does have stock, and we can sell them. And but there's rules, there's all these government rules about that, and so that's not my field. My field is the technology, and I've tried to find people that that'll be in charge of that. So, but I could forward that kind of email to them.
Okay, all right. So okay.
Sorry, I'm not. I think it will go up in value.
I thought you did want people that might invest in your coin, not just buy your coin, but want to be a part of it.
Well, we don't need investments because we have our own money.
Isn't that nice to hear for people wanting to buy CloudCoin?
Yeah, and if I wanted to, if they wanted to give me dollars, well, I can buy things with CloudCoins. I mean, we spend a lot of money every month because we're actually have this rollout that we got 3.5 more years of rollout going, and we pay all of them in CloudCoins, and so we don't need to. We don't really need dollars like these ICOs do.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. And you know what, though, I would think as someone who wants to actually invest in the coin itself, that they would like to hear that. Wow, these people don't need money. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that once we're done with the rollout phase, there's a fixed supply, and it doesn't grow and it doesn't shrink either.
Okay.
And so this is something that's very unique in that there's a total fixed supply. We can do something called a split, but the CloudCoin is going to be, I think it's going to go up in value because unlike fiat currencies that are always being printed up, and CloudCoin is not going to be like that. plus CloudCoin is going to give you the ability to buy and sell things all over the world at lightning speeds, and it's going to be able to handle the entire global traffic. It's 100% private. You don't have to sign up for an account or log into anything, so you can just send them back and forth. And you can also hide them in things and embed them in things. And so I think that CloudCoin is going to be a very valuable thing in the future, but it's not a get rich scheme. But I wouldn't be surprised if the value just explodes with this exchange.
Yeah.
And so they're really going to make it easy for people to buy and sell. That could bring in a whole big demand. We don't know,
Right.
But it could cause the price to go up. Right now, the only way you can get it is to Google buy CloudCoin and see if you can actually go to your website.
Yeah, go to the link down below. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got the educational kit. They get the book, they get the videos, they get the software, and then they get to choose how many CloudCoins that they want to buy. Excellent. And so they will learn about it, and it's designed for people to learn about it. And it's at a cheaper price than they're going to get probably anywhere else. It's just a marketing thing. I think there's a limit of $500. I'm not sure if we remove that or not.
That's so cool. This is all so cool. Crypto Freedom wants to know, when can we buy CloudCoin in the BitShares DEX? So you're just now kind of putting all that together, right? So it'll be soon, but do you have any clue?
Yeah, I really need to look. I mean, we really need to figure out what exactly we have to do, because CloudCoin is the first currency that BitShares has ever had that has to be uploaded. And uploading is something that I can do in one day. In fact, we already have all the code written for that. And so, it's possible that we could get that going lightning fast. I'm, examining the BitShares system and trying to figure out how it works. And I'm working with Michael, but that's going to take a few days to get some kind of idea. But the Quint, just to give you an idea, I think the Quint took 2 months or something, 2 or 3 months. And basically what they've done is exactly what we need to do, except we're going to just do it automatically. And so I would expect us to be much faster than them. And I would hope that we could get it down to a month. I think everybody's ready to go. Everybody's technically competent. They've written their program in C++, which we don't actually have a C++ person. So that is an issue, but we have already written the SDK for it. And so I think it's going to go fast.
Okay. Well, those alpha geeks out there are understanding that C++, and people like me just know that as soon as you get all that together, we'll be enjoying this user-friendly type of situation you guys are putting together for us, and giving us another option on the BitShares blockchain, and that's impressive as it is. John Henderson asked, is this a Christian stream? Nope, only on Sundays. Stan Larimer has Stan's Bible lecture, which ain't Joe Daddy's Bible Sunday school class for sure. He's a lot of fun, and you can challenge him on anything. I was listening to G. I don't know who that is, but glad you ended up here, John. This is Crypto Connie Tuesday. We do crypto on Tuesday Night Live with question and answer. Stan Larimer was just here recently, but he took off. He had to take a nap. But we had breaking news tonight, and that breaking news is Sean Worthington with CloudCoin, and Rada is now going to be on the BitShares blockchain. That's very exciting. Also, those of you just joining us, please hit that like button while you're here and subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be coming up soon with Wasted Wednesdays, where we talk about the cannabis industry and more. We have our Thursday nights, which is a signature Thursday, signature Blue Rock Talk night, Far Out Thursdays, which is the beginning night that Blue Rock Talk ever had. It was the first night ever, which is coming up on the 1-year anniversary on either May 23rd or May 24th. We're at 10,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for that. But that is the night that we can do UFO, alien, psychic spies, all sorts of cool things, NASA, the moon, whatever that we want to that's interesting. And then Bigfoot Fridays, of course, on Fridays, and then Stan's Bible class on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern. All the other nights are 10 p.m. Eastern with live and live Q&A happening as well. Bruce Feldman, Connie, you rock. So do you, Bruce. So do you. What's going on with that C60, man? Hey, we were there at the beginning. You were there at the beginning. Bruce is, everybody make sure you say hi to Bruce Feldman. The guy is always on cutting edge before cutting edge is even there. I've never seen anything like it. He's always right there. So Bruce, you got to tell us what we got next. We'll have to do that here somewhere on Blue Rock Talk. If anybody has any more questions, please ask those questions now. I think what we're going to try to do, I think if we can, Sean, I think it's a great idea. Maybe we can go ahead and plan ahead and see if we can't get Michael, X, you, and Jared, as well as Stan, hopefully, on next Tuesday night. I think that would be, can I get that many people on there? I think that would be fantastic, especially, all of you guys all talking about what your future plans are with this. You're holding that mobile phone, aren't you?
I am.
What happened?
You want to see? Here's my Macintosh. I don't know if you can see it, but they're very kind of sad.
What?
Not working very well.
What you need Ethernet or what? What?
I think it's the fact that Skype is a Microsoft program now. Yeah. And it seems like they've kind of screwed up everything, and it certainly isn't working on Macs very well.
I guess they're wanting to hurt it bad because, it's a mess for all of us for sure. So this is your new place. Can we see your new window view? Is that okay, or is that like against? Should we not do that? Does that take away your privacy? We can see your ear.
I don't want you to see all the armed guards and.
Okay, you got it. That's cool. Okay, you got to ask. No, not a problem. I totally get it. Well, congratulations on that. And
well, thank you.
And everybody, you got to know that when it comes with Sean as well, the same with Stan. And Michael's single. Michael X is single, so he's running around. As far as I know, he is. I think he is. But you got Sean Worthington here at CloudCoin. He is a family man, as well as Stan Larimer, a family man. So when we talk with them, you might see a kid run by, or a grandkid run by, or a cat go by with a tail, or something like that, or dogs bark. Anything could happen because they are family first. And you know what? I think that's a fantastic thing. That's a great trait. And when you are going into the currency, the cryptocurrency world, where people think it's just going to blow up at any time, I think the big thing that people need to look at when they're looking for these coins and which ones to pick is look at the people behind the coins. Look at the people behind the coins. See if it's somebody you'll sit and have dinner with. See if it's somebody that you can trust to, hold on to something for you while you're gone, kind of thing. And I think that makes a difference. I just do. I've said my piece, darn it. And do you agree? I mean, what do you think?
I think you'll want to make sure that they're libertarians, that they care about food. And that's one thing about Stan, and that's one thing about is that they are, very concerned about the American Revolution. They'll talk about it, and the philosophies of John Locke and Thomas Jefferson and the Constitution, and those things run really deep inside of our blood because really we're kind of risking our asses. We're putting our butts on the line. We can see that, straight with Jared being attacked, and so you have to be. I myself am a veteran, and I know Stan. I don't know if he served or not, but he's done the equivalent by being a part of NASA, and we believe in freedom and we believe in the Constitution, and we're willing to risk ourselves for that. And it's not all about money. We love the technology, of course. It's really great. But I think that you really want to make sure that you're dealing with libertarians or people that care about your privacy, people that care about your freedom, because these coins could be used for some bad things.
Yeah, I have actually noticed that it is more of that kind of crowd, as I've learned about it, that is behind this and really wanting to make that change, that movement, that changing the world. And it makes sense. It totally makes sense. Let me just see real quick if there's any questions over here. While you are here, you are watching Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. I'm Connie Willis, and I'm Crypto Connie tonight because it's Crypto Connie Tuesday. This is Sean Worthington. He is the founder of CloudCoin and Rada. And he is joined, breaking news, he is going to be on the BitShares blockchain. We don't have an exact time, but it's coming soon. Bruce Feldman. Hey, Bruce, he's back on here asking me a question. Never mind. Wait a minute. Milos has got a question for that. Oh my gosh, I'm missing them all there, Sean. First of all, Bruce says, Connie, how did you get interested in crypto and your thoughts about John McAfee? Well, I can tell you when it comes to crypto, I was really turned on to it by Dr. Mulder. he turned me on to it. And I think you know Dr. Mulder, Bruce. So he was saying, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. And I waited until I found the right guy. And the right guy to me was Stan Larimer. From Stan, I met Jarrett Rice. From Jarrett, I met Sean here. And, of course, Michael X is a part of that and some other ones, too. And talking to Gerald Salente about it, too, at the very beginning. And that, learning more and more about it, there you go. It's just the way to go. I think that someone else had a question here for you. 60 and CBD is pure gold. That's again from Bruce Feldman. Again, you guys, the man's always right on the cutting edge of the cutting edge. And Milos, did you have another question there? If you guys can please put it in the caps so I can see it. I think Milo had a question for you. Okay, let's see. I mean to client and users. Here we go. Sean, is there any legal obligation from your side as a company or it's another trustless system? Please put it in caps when you guys have a comment or a question. That way I can find it.
And so we don't have a company or a corporation. We have a project. And there's people all over the world that are involved with it, and they're all doing something separate, and they're all in charge of their own little piece of it. But we cannot have some kind of a center. We can't have a situation in which one person goes down, like myself, and then the whole system goes down. So we have to be absolutely decentralized. And I don't know if that answers the question, but
no. Your answer is your answer. Milos, let's see here. He says, these are just some of the comments that are going on in there, so I'm getting a piece of it, but I want you to be able to address it because I think it's kind of important here. Let's see here. Oh, they were talking about the self token. We talked about that with Stan. If you missed that, that was on earlier with Stan. You can catch that in the archive. But I think you probably answered Milos. I think you got him. And Milos, I hope that you were cool with getting that answer there. I think he was winking, saying he was going to ask you later. So hopefully
he might be asking about the specific organization. With BitShares, there are delegated. I can't remember what they call them. Delegated, but they're basically trusted folks that run the data centers, and we have the same thing. So we have these things called sentinels, and they are the guardians of the data, and the data can be spread out behind them on all kinds of different servers all over the world. But we've got some trusted folks that you go to in order to authenticate. And we have 25 of them. I think that BitShares has like 20 of them. So it's similar in that respect.
I tell you what, I'm kind of a hodler right now. I hodl, but I am soon going to learn how to do some day trading stuff. By the way, Jared had a really good day trading kind of thing. I hope that he can come back out with that. He talked about it on the very first show that I ever talked with him about. So those of you go back into the archive of Crypto Connie and look at Jarrett Rice. Don't look at my hair that night. I don't know what was happening. Same with Sean. It was the same time I interviewed Sean.
You're talking about the artificial intelligence?
Well, it was something. No, well, I don't know what it was because it was like Jared, man. It's like where does he come up with this stuff, man? He's 2,000 years ahead of us all for sure. Your technology as well, right? Y'all are pulling it out of some alien that's out there giving it to you guys. I mean, the things you guys think about. He was talking about where, I guess, with the bank that he was putting together, there was a way that you could also day trade, yes. In some one, but he said it was 100%. It was 100%. I'm like, well, that's all you need.
That's artificial intelligence, yeah. And so, there's all kinds of different exchanges around the world, And believe it or not, they're not exchanging things at the same amount. And so if you can simply exchange it one and move it to another, and you have an account set up there and it's all run by an artificial mind, you can actually have this whole just money-making machine, which is buying low and selling high and making everybody interest. So it's it's an easy investment.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Is that what you're talking about with the Jared thing, that you know about that too?
Yes.
Oh yeah. My gosh, how cool is that? Bring it on. Let's go. We'll buy that. I think Stan was talking, Stan Larimer, talking about in the future a headquarters and where it could be. And I think with that, he can just do what he said would be the best thing to do, and that would just be to buy an island for headquarters, just to buy an island.
Buy a big ship.
Buy what?
Buy a ship. I said if you could buy a big boat with good internet connection, I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, that's true.
But, that would be as well. I don't know if anybody can mess with you legally that way.
Well, if you can make the most money ever with cryptocurrency, and Stan ends up being the one on top of doing all that, maybe you can get that island that just kind of moves like a ship. That'd be even cooler.
That would be nice.
And I agree with every one of you all. I think the first trillionaire will be from the world of cryptocurrency.
Wow.
Maybe it's with CloudCoin.
I don't think so.
No?
But,
Dude.
We'll see.
Put your face up to that camera. Put your face up. Dirty those glasses for you there. Hey, Sean, it was great talking to you. Let me just see if there's any more questions for you here. Income Mobile, hello there. Connie rocks the Planet Rock and the Blue Rock. All right. Thank you guys all for your questions. We appreciate that. Anything else you want to say before we go there, Blue Rocker Sean?
I'm just very happy that this announcement was made and that we're going to be on BitShares. And I thank you very much for breaking the news, because it's wonderful to have a person like you that will handle and cover this type of stuff. So thank you very much for allowing us to come on and talk about it.
Oh, thank you. I am so glad to be a part of it. It's fun. It's exciting. And I'm watching history in the making and the future at the same time. It's just exciting. There's nothing better than watching this. And when people say, oh, it's going to die and crash at one point, I'm like, not if the people I know have anything to do with it.
No, I don't think it is at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Well, then I hope your word is that good. Hey, Sean, thank you again. I appreciate it. Tell your family hello. And thanks for making it work, too. And we will talk to you soon, all righty?
Sounds wonderful.
All right.
Good night now.
And good luck and congrats on that. All righty. That was Sean Worthington of CloudCoin and also of Rada. Wow. That is fantastic news. I know he's been working on doing and putting that together. Stan, thank you for joining us tonight as well. Somebody in the live chat said nice hair. I don't know if they were talking about Stan's being a little messy. Poor guy, he was a beat. And he surprised me coming in. But or if you're just saying mine was. So either way, we'll work on that. Everybody, thanks for joining the Blue Rock Talk Attic for tonight. It is Crypto Connie here on Crypto Connie Tuesday. Once again, while you're here, please hit that like button. And please send this link to the folks in Telegram, whichever Telegram it is. Share this so that we can continue to build and grow. Thank you for getting us to 10,000 subscribers. Again, just coming up on a year, May 23rd or 24th. And thanks that you guys have been a part of that. I do hope you can continue to share this so we can get bigger, bigger, and bigger. And we can tell people about the areas of the cryptocurrency world that they can feel a lot safer with whatever they do. At least that's how I feel. I certainly can't give any advice, right, or anything like that. Who am I? It's just, you go with your intuition and your feel, but more so, it's good to get into the right people. And if the right people mess it up, what can you do? But if it's bad people messing it up, that, you can make changes on that. So, thank all of you for your questions and being just a blue rocker. Really appreciate that. Let me get Sean's name off of here. I will be on a coast to coast here Here we go. Ready? Watch Sean's name go. Bam. Put me in the middle now, right? Bam. All right. It's fun to play with these things. I will be on Coast to Coast this Saturday night. We're going to be talking about the organs, your organs being sold on the black market. Oof. Yeah, that's going to be a little creepy. We're also going to be talking to one of the Project Stargate guys, and that is Lynn Buchanan, one of the Psychic Spies, remote viewers. He's the one that was really good at influencing people's minds. Anyway, he's going to talk about telepathy, because I was wanting to. I said, can we talk about telepathy? Would you talk about telepathy? He goes, yeah. But it is really simple. There's not like a lot to talk about with telepathy, because it's pretty simple. It's just communication. But I still want to talk about it from his perspective, because there's different types of that communication, and I'd like to throw some things at him. We can talk about that. But since I'm going to have him on for a couple hours, I asked him if he would talk about something that he said that he could talk hours about, and that is time. You know, as a human, we look at time and it's kind of linear. You know, we just kind of can go forward in it. And he, as a remote viewer, has been able to go back in time, way much further in time. Also, as he puts it, and we'll learn about that, is he can go to the left in time, to the right in time, parallel in time, diagonal in time, and loops. So that'll be exciting. That'll be on Saturday night. Thank those of you, all of you, for being here. Let me just check the chats here real quick, what we got going on over there. Coast to Coast AM, that's right. Oh, you just got there, Income Mobile? Well, you can watch it from the beginning. No, don't day trade. Unleashed, you're smarter than everyone else in the world. What? Don't trade. Oh, well, Pat, hang in there. Hang in there, okay? Because I got something that some of my friends are doing pretty well with, and they're actually doing well even when things are going down. So, I don't know. Let's see, and then let's go from there and we'll see, okay? Let's just check it out, and let's all learn a little bit and see what we can learn from it, okay? And I can't tell you everything about it, but just hang in there with it and go with me on it. And please tell me your thoughts. I always appreciate that. Hey, Gary Fries, who buy the CloudCoin? That's right. Oh, I meant to ask him about, there's another coin on there called Cloud. I guess maybe that one's Cloud and he's CloudCoin. All right. Contract, Pat. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I have to get this out, and I hope that you guys also spread the word. It's always good that you guys hang out with me. Thank you so much. We've got more to come, always. And again, gosh, this is only Tuesday. I'm lost right now. My mind's gone. I'm on little sleep. So I'll tell you what's next, coming up next, when it comes next. Okay, everybody? We will talk to you later and see you soon.